What's going on, Internet? Welcome to the first ever installment of Real Packers Talk. I'm your host, Ethan Peltier, and this is a new podcast that I've come up with. It is going to focus mainly on the Green Bay Packers and the season, this 2021-2022 season. I've never tried doing a podcast before, and this is something that I've actually wanted to do for quite some time now. I just never actually got around to doing it, and now I am. So welcome. I know I'm actually going to be jumping into a week 2 recap. I was unable to record my reaction for week 1 because I'd yet to set up my microphone and figure out how all this works. I am very, very new to all of this, so we're just going to see how this goes. But anyways, I just wanted to jump on and kind of discuss some of my thoughts. And since I wasn't able to cover the last game, I just wanted to briefly touch on it. And look, that was an embarrassing game. That was a tough loss. Packers lost 38-3 against New Orleans. Not much to say other than it looked like a complete lack of effort from the Green Bay Packers. And hopefully, moving forward, we don't have any more games like that where they just don't show up, because I think if you're a true Packers fan, you know how good this team is. This is a Super Bowl contender. At least I truly believe it is a Super Bowl contender. So, moving forward, hopefully we can just put that behind us, and luckily we've got some good news to focus on, which is the Week 2 matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. The Lions came into Green Bay for the Packers home opener, where the Packers defeated them 35-17 in a game that started off kind of slow, at least for the defense, but as it went along, things started to pick up, and all in all, it was a really good night. So, first I want to jump into my thoughts on the defense, and as I mentioned, it was a slow start. It made me nervous watching this game that they were just going to show up flat-footed and not be able to hold Jared Goff in check, which luckily, as I mentioned, they were able to make adjustments as the game went on. My first kind of takeaway was that Kevin King got beat early and he got beat often. He made Quentin Cephas, look like a Hall of Fame Pro Bowl wide receiver, which is not okay. That's not acceptable, and I think there are some serious question marks regarding his status as a Green Bay Packer moving forward now. And while some people might just want to jump on the train and just be like, "Oh, cut King," and after the January, after last year's NFC Championship game, I don't blame you, but I think Kevin King still has something to offer to this team. I think he needs more of a reduced role, and I'm not any expert. I'm just giving my honest opinion after what I've seen. It seemed, though, as the game went on, they came out with this new package, and they even mentioned this during the broadcast. The Packers moved Jair Alexander into the slot, and I think they had Stokes playing the outside where King was, and that, man, what a game Eric Stokes had. 3 really, really big pass breakups. One that saved a touchdown, and another one which was on 4th down. Just absolutely huge plays. I would look to see him getting much more playing time moving forward. Other than that, I thought Devondre Campbell also played a very nice game. He did get beat on the touchdown that Goff threw to Hawkinson in the corner of the end zone, which that was just a perfect throw. That Devondre Campbell was all over Hawkinson, but he still made the catch. That's just a really good play. So, hats off to Hawkinson for that. All in all, though, defense needs to improve. I don't think that's an unpopular opinion, at least amongst Packers fans. And look, we hired Joe Barry, or at least Matt LaFleur hired Joe Barry to come in and kind of build a new system. Initially, when they were rushing 4, at least in the first half, it seemed like the defense was just rushing 4, and not really getting anywhere. I would like to see a little bit of more pressure, maybe a little bit more blitz packages get installed as the year goes on. But again, it is early, and it is a new system, so we're just gonna have to, like, the defense is not supposed to be the strength of our team anyways. We just want, our hopes is that it doesn't lose us games, right? Your hope is that your defense can keep the other offense in check so that your offense can go up and put more points. Flipping sides of the field now, I just want to briefly talk about the offense as well. And look, if you watched the game, you already know this was the Aaron Jones show. And I think this game shows just why they brought him back. The offense flows significantly better when Aaron Jones is making plays. Any game that Aaron Jones has gone off, it seems like the Packers also go off. They also have to have a good game. Breaking down some stats, Aaron Jones had 17 carries for 67 yards, additionally 6 receptions for 48 yards, and a total of 4 touchdowns. Rodgers went 22 for 27, throwing 255 yards and 4 touchdowns. Devontae Adams had 8 receptions for 121 yards, and Robert Tonyan also had 3 receptions for 52 yards and a touchdown, which, can we talk about that touchdown for a second? Oh man, what a beautiful throw by Rodgers, right over the middle of the defense into Tunyan's hands, like only in a position where the defender's draped all over him. Rodgers zips it in there, on line, Tonyan, touchdown. Huge touchdown, by the way. And I do also want to mention, on that play, if you go back and watch the film, you can see Allen Lazard break open on a crossing route, and he is wide open. And if Rodgers hits him, it's probably a touchdown. But Rodgers is so good that he doesn't care. He's just going to zip it in there over the middle for a touchdown, which was insane. Another honorable mention that I wanted to add was Randall Cobb, who had 3 receptions for 26 yards and, kept some drives going. I'd like to see maybe him get a little bit more involved. I assumed we'd brought Randall Cobb in to have a true slot receiver, and maybe we'll see him get more involved as the year goes on. But yeah, that was the offense in general. Anytime you put up 35 plus points, it's pretty good. So nothing necessarily bad to say about offense. I thought LaFleur had much more creativity in the scheme that they used this week as far as, and you could see it on certain plays. For example, there was a third down where the Packers lined up in a clear rushing formation. I can't exactly remember the personnel, but they had a fake handoff to A.J. Dillon, and then they quickly pitched, and Rodgers quickly pitched it out to Aaron Jones. That was an easy first down, because Aaron Jones was able to just outrun the edge rusher. That type of play might not seem huge, because, again, Jones only picked up like 4 yards on the play. No, it was just enough to get the first down, but it is a complete momentum changer, or in this case, a complete momentum retainer. It helped manage this drive, and I thought third down efficiency was also very good for the offense this week. Lastly, for special teams, the biggest thing that you can say about special teams in regards to week 2 was that not much happened, which is good. No major blunders, which is really all you can ask for. Corey Bojorquez had, I believe, 3 or 4 punts. I don't remember the exact number of punts. They didn't punt very often, that's for sure. He looked decent. Additionally, Kylan Hill had a pretty nice return where he almost hurdled the kicker. I'm not quite sure if he actually got all the way over him. But yeah, a little bit of explosiveness to get us in good field range. So all in all, like I said, good win, good team win. Take them however you can get them at this point. It's the NFL. Nothing's ever guaranteed. And we're heading into week 3. I feel better about this team. I think a lot of people were kind of shocked by the week 1 performance, But again, I do believe that will be an outlier as the season goes on. And I think that will become more evident that game was a lack of effort, a lack of effort caused them that game more than it did anything else. I don't think the Saints are that much better than the Packers, even if they're better at all. It's kind of hard to tell at this point. But this upcoming game against San Francisco is not going to be easy. We will be going to Santa Clara, because they're not even in San Francisco. But that's besides the point. So we have lots to look forward to. I don't know when I'm going to be able to upload again. I just wanted to jump on and share some thoughts, but this is pretty exciting for me. I'm super happy to be able to finally produce something here and put it out there. And we'll see if anyone even listens to this or comes across it, but that doesn't change my optimism. And my optimism for the Packers this year is pretty high as well. So, all in all, I'm pretty happy. I'll take a dub when you can get one. And with that, I am going to sign off. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And as always, go Pack Go.